Good morning, my wonderful students. How are you today? You are welcome to another government class. Please settle down and bring out your writing materials. Today, we are going to continue from where we stopped, pre-colonial political systems in Nigeria, part 4. Pre-colonial system in Nigeria, part 4. Let us quickly look at the lesson objectives. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to compare the Yoruba pre-colonial political system with the Hausa, Fulani and Igbo pre-colonial systems. And you should be able to draw out the differences among the three pre-colonial systems. But before we proceed, let's look at the correction of the last assignment. Correction of the last assignment. Question 1. I asked you to discuss the pre-colonial system of government among the Igbo. Let us check out the answer. The Igbo political system was republican in nature. It was a principle of village republics where all adults were politically equal. This system is simply called gerontocracy. Gerontocracy, that is government by elders. Is that taken? Question 2. Who were the age grades in the Igbo pre-colonial system of government? The age grades, that is various groups of usually young men that belong to the same age group, and they perform the following functions. 1. They act as the police force for the maintenance of law and order. 2. They help in the implementation of policies made by the Council of Elders. They assisted in checking abuse of powers by the paramount rulers and Council of Elders. Now, that is that about the correction of the last assignment. Now, the last segment of the pre-colonial systems in Nigeria is titled Comparison of the Yoruba with the Hausa and Fulani, also with the Igbo pre-colonial political system. We want to look at the comparison among these three systems: Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba and Igbo. And we also bring out some differences among the three systems. Let us proceed. These are the pictures. These two pictures are the pictures of the Hausa Fulani people, and the second one, the Igbo people, in their cultural regalia. So what you use to symbolize them, to know that these are Hausas and these are Igbos. Now, let's get down to the business of the day. The Hausa Fulani political system was large in size, very large, based on emirate system. The Yoruba system was moderate in size, not too large and not too small, moderate in size, while that of the Igbo was small based on the size of the village. That is the first comparison. We want to compare them: Hausa Fulani large in size, Yoruba moderate, and the Igbo small in size. Another one is the system of government of the Hausa Fulani was absolute monarchy. That is, a king and emir not checked by any constitution. He can wield his power anyhow without being questioned. So the emir exercised absolute political authority over his people. The Yoruba system was a constitutional monarchy based on check and balances. That was the area where empty calabash comes in. You know, if Alaafin should misbehave, they will just send Adenukan just to go and give him an empty calabash. He knows what to do. He need to kill himself because he has lost the confidence of his people. If they should send that kind of calabash to him. The Igbo system, however, was republican democracy. No single individual monopolized political power, and political power was dispersed among different social institutions within the political system. The emir possessed another one, absolute powers. His actions were not questioned and his decisions were final. I've said that one earlier. The Yoruba Oba, though powerful and highly respected, did not possess absolute powers because of checks and balances that limited his powers. That's the difference. In the Igbo system, no person or group wielded political powers. Various political and social institutions share the political authority of the village. That is, equally they will share it. Nobody was authorized to do what? To wield any political authority anyhow. It was like a joint affairs. Now, the differences between the three political systems, after we have looked at the comparison among them, the difference between the three political systems could be viewed in the area of religion. The political system of the Hausa Fulani was theocratic in nature. That is, emir combined both political and religious powers to himself. In the Yoruba system, there was separation between political and religious leadership. Picture of Yoruba's pre-colonial system. You can see the council of Obas, you can see the drummers, and you can see the Eyo masquerade. The Oba was a political head, while religious leadership was vested in the hands of the institution, such as Ogboni courts. Oba Alaafin was the political head, but the religious leadership vested in the hands of the institutions such as Ogboni courts. In Igbo system also, there was a distinction between religious and political leadership. The chief priests and goddesses held religious leadership. Hausa and Fulani institutionalized form of taxation. That one, they established that one. There was no form of taxation in Yoruba system, and Faza states only pay tributes to their overlords. That is, you can call it a kind of a landlord and tenants, a relationship. Now, if you use somebody's land, you have to pay him a tribute. There was no form of taxation or tributes in Igbo system. Hausa Fulani system had an organized and regularly paid standing army. Whether there is war or not, they had paid standing army. Yoruba system had no standing army. Soldiers were recruited whenever they need arrows. That is, if they sense there will be a war, they will start, recruiting soldiers just to engage in that war. But Hausas, Fulani had standing army that they paid regularly. In Igbo system, there was no standing army too. Various families and kindred contributed able-bodied men to the village force whenever there was war. There were also differences in legislative organs. In the Hausa Fulani, the Quran had all the laws. In the areas where the Quran was silent, the emir, in consultation with his senior officers, made laws. In the Yoruba system, the Oba and his council of chiefs made laws for the kingdom. In the Igbo system, functions of lawmaking were jointly performed by the council of elders, village assembly, etc. So we are done with the comparisons among the three pre-colonial political systems in Nigeria. We've been able to discuss the comparison between among the three systems, and we're able to, discuss about the difference among them in terms of political leadership, religious leadership, taxation, security, even standing army and all that. Yoruba have check and balances in nature. That is, Alaafin can just never misbehave. And if he does, there will be a penalty for that. Whereas Hausa Fulani, that one can wield power at his own discretion without being questioned. And Igbo, nothing like that. Jointly, they, formulate their policies and they carry out their necessary affairs together. Now, for more understanding, these are the reference materials, as usual: Essential Government for Senior Secondary Schools by Chris Digby and New Approach Government for Senior Secondary School by Oyedinran. So let's now look at the assignment. Assignment: compare the pre-colonial system among Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, and Yoruba. Compare the pre-colonial system among Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, and Yoruba. 2. Distinguish the pre-colonial system among Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, and Yoruba. Distinguish the pre-colonial system among Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, and Yoruba. With that, we have come to the end of a pre-colonial system in Nigeria Part 4. Thank you for listening. God bless you all.